Have you ever wondered why some guys seem to play by completely different rules? Not breaking them, just following their own quiet path while everyone else rushes to fit in. That's the Sigma male. And you've probably met one, or you might even be one yourself. He's that guy who doesn't try to be the center of attention, but somehow draws people in anyway. The one who seems comfortable being alone but isn't socially awkward. The person who doesn't chase status but earns respect without even trying. What makes Sigma males so interesting is all the misconceptions about them. People often mistake their independence for arrogance, their quietness for shyness, their self-sufficiency for coldness. But there's so much more beneath the surface. You might be wondering if you have Sigma traits yourself. Do you feel comfortable going your own way, even when others don't understand? Can you enjoy social situations, but also deeply value your alone time? Do you find yourself observing more than participating in group dynamics? These men don't fit neatly into society's usual boxes. They're not aggressive alpha males trying to lead the pack. They're not beta males looking for direction from others. They're something else entirely, confident enough to stand on their own, wise enough to see through social games, and independent enough not to need constant validation. So what actually makes someone a Sigma male? Why do they seem so different from most guys? And what are people getting wrong about them? Let's explore 6 key traits that define the misunderstood Sigma male and why people often read them completely wrong. Number 1, he is an intellectual rebel. Think about the last time you were in a meeting or classroom where everyone nodded along with whatever the boss or teacher said, even when it didn't make much sense, even when there were obvious flaws in the logic. Then there's that one guy who calmly asks the question nobody else dares to ask. He doesn't do it to show off or cause trouble. He simply sees things differently and isn't afraid to say so. That's the intellectual rebellion of a Sigma male. In personality psychology, the Sigma type falls outside the traditional social hierarchy. While alpha males seek to lead groups and beta males tend to follow established structures, Sigma males operate independently of these systems altogether. This independence shapes how they process information. Sigma males don't automatically accept ideas based on who's presenting them or how popular they are. Instead, they filter everything through their own internal logic system. This trait often develops early. Remember that kid in school who questioned why things were done a certain way? That pattern becomes part of their identity. Seeing the world from slightly outside the mainstream allows them to notice things others miss. From a psychological perspective, Sigma males have what researchers call low social conformity. They don't feel the same pressure most people do to align their thinking with the group. While most humans experience actual psychological discomfort when holding opinions different from their peers, a phenomenon called cognitive dissonance, those with a Sigma personality type tend to be more comfortable with this mental tension. This intellectual independence often makes others uncomfortable. We're social creatures who naturally seek consensus. Someone who politely but firmly stands apart creates a kind of social tension. That's why Sigma males are often misunderstood as stubborn or difficult when they're simply following their own mental compass. The truth is, some of humanity's greatest breakthroughs came from people who were willing to think differently when everyone around them thought the same. Every field from science to business has been transformed by those who asked, why, when everyone else simply said, yes. Number 2. He has a lone wolf mentality, but isn't a loner. There's a big difference between being alone and being a loner, and Sigma males perfectly demonstrate this distinction. Watch a Sigma at a social gathering. He might arrive alone, have meaningful conversations with a few people, then leave without announcing his departure. He doesn't need to be surrounded by a crew or be part of a defined social circle, yet he's not antisocial or awkward. He simply values independence over constant connection. This behavior comes from the Sigma's unique position in social psychology, where most personality types derive their sense of security from their place within the group, either leading it or being accepted by it. Sigma males develop security from within. Psychologists call this autonomous self-regulation, the ability to maintain emotional stability without constant external validation. The lone wolf analogy fits perfectly. nature, these wolves are fully capable of joining packs when beneficial, but they're equally comfortable and effective operating solo. Similarly, Sigma males can seamlessly integrate into teams or groups when it serves a purpose, then detach without emotional dependency. What confuses people is the Sigma's comfort with solitude. In a society that often equates being alone with loneliness, someone who genuinely enjoys their own company seems strange. People misinterpret his self-contained nature as rejection or antisocial behavior, when it's actually a sign of healthy self-sufficiency. This trait creates an interesting paradox. Sigma males often attract people precisely because they don't seem to need them. Their comfort with independence gives them a mysterious quality that draws others in, even as they maintain their freedom to walk alone. The Sigma male understands something many don't. True connection isn't about constant presence, but about quality engagement when paths do cross. Number 3. He is freedom obsessed. Freedom isn't just something Sigma males want, it's something they need, like air or water. This goes way beyond just doing whatever you want. For a Sigma male, freedom means having control over his own time, choices, and life direction. You can see this freedom obsession in their career choices. Many Sigma males become entrepreneurs, freelancers, or find jobs with flexible hours. They'll often take less money if it means more freedom. A golden cage is still a cage. Their relationships follow the same pattern. They avoid clingy friends, controlling partners, or anyone who tries to dictate their actions. This freedom obsession isn't about avoiding responsibility. Sigma males are often incredibly reliable and committed, but on their own terms, they want to choose their commitments rather than having them forced upon them. What looks like commitment issues to others is actually a deep need for authentic choice. A Sigma male would rather walk away from something good than feel trapped in something great. Number 4. He is an independent thinker. When you're in a meeting or a group, have you ever noticed how some people wait to hear what others think before forming their own opinion? They check which way the wind is blowing before deciding where they stand, not the Sigma male. From an early age, these guys develop their own way of looking at the world. It's like they have a private laboratory in their minds where they test ideas before accepting them. This independent thinking goes way deeper than just being stubborn or disagreeing for the sake of it. Sigma males actually process information differently. While most people take mental shortcuts by adopting pre-packaged opinions from their family, friends, or favorite influencers, Sigma males break ideas down into pieces and examine each part carefully. A Sigma might watch the same movie as everyone else but notice completely different themes. He might read the same news story but ask different questions. He connects dots that others don't even see. This mental independence comes with a price. Those with a Sigma personality often feel out of step with mainstream thinking. They might wonder why nobody else seems bothered by inconsistencies or assumptions that seem obvious to them. It can be a lonely way to experience the world. Their minds work like a perpetual motion machine, constantly analyzing and questioning, always seeking to understand the underlying patterns and motivations behind everything. This different wiring lets them spot hidden patterns and solve problems in ways that seem almost magical to conventional thinkers. Maybe that's why we both admire and fear true independent thinking. After all, the person who thinks differently today creates the world everyone takes for granted tomorrow. Number 5. He exudes quiet confidence. You've seen it before, that guy who walks into a room and somehow commands attention without saying a word. He doesn't need to be loud. He doesn't show off. He just has this calm, steady presence that draws people in. That's the quiet confidence of a Sigma male. Unlike the boastful confidence you might see in other personality types, a Sigma's confidence comes from deep self-knowledge. He knows his strengths. He accepts his weaknesses. He's comfortable in his own skin in a way that many people never achieve. You can see this quiet confidence in how he behaves. He makes decisions without second-guessing himself. He speaks less, but when he does, people listen. He doesn't rush to fill silent moments in conversations. He's fine with, "I don't know," when he doesn't have an answer. While many build their self-image on what others think of them, Sigma males base their self-worth on their own internal standards. They judge themselves by how well they live up to their own values, not by comparing themselves to others or seeking outside approval. This creates a steady, unshakable kind of confidence that doesn't need constant feeding from compliments or achievements. It doesn't disappear after failures or rejections. It stays consistent across different situations. People are naturally drawn to this quiet confidence. In a world full of insecurity masked as arrogance, the real self-assurance of a Sigma male stands out. It's authentic, not performative. Real, not rehearsed. True confidence isn't about making sure everyone notices you, but reaching a place where you no longer need them to. Number 6. He is an adaptable chameleon. You know that friend who seems equally comfortable grabbing drinks with executives, chatting with mechanics about car problems, or discussing philosophy with college professors? That's a Sigma male, showing his chameleon-like adaptability. Most people stick to environments where they naturally fit in. They have one social gear and stay in the lanes where that gear works. But Sigma males shift gears, adjusting to different social settings without looking awkward or trying too hard. It's not about being fake. Sigma males simply reveal different sides of themselves depending on who they're with. They don't pretend to be someone else. They just know which parts of their personality will connect best in each situation. Sigma males pick up on the unwritten rules of any group faster than most. While others are talking or thinking about what to say next, these guys are noticing how people interact, what topics matter to them, and what kind of communication style works best. This gives them a huge advantage. Where alpha males try to every room and beta males try to fit in, Sigma males do neither. They stay authentic while adapting to the social vibe of whatever world they're in at the moment. People often find this confusing, which is why Sigma males are often misunderstood. But make no mistake, there are lines he won't cross. A Sigma might adapt his style, but never his core values. He'll change how he communicates, not what he stands for. The truly powerful aren't those who make the most noise in one world, but those who can walk between many worlds while staying true to themselves. If this video resonated with you, consider subscribing to our channel for more content on the Sigma personality and other related topics. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Share this video with someone you think needs to see it. Thank you much for watching. See you in the next video.